Oun Abbas here from SecondsOut, here with the British and Commonwealth champion, Brad Foster. Brad, the reason why I'm out of breath, just chased you down the road to get this.
Nice little workout here.
How you doing, Brad? Fight week, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great, mate. You know, ready to get in there this weekend and win.
Let's talk about the last fight. Speak to a lot of people. They saw it as a very close fight. People are pushing towards Lucian Reid.
Yeah.
You said in that press conference that maybe you were a bit burnt out going into that fight.
Yeah.
Just talk to me about your approach when you were getting into that fight. Did you feel like you had done a few 12-rounders in short succession and that was maybe contributed to a below par performance?
Yeah, of course. When I got in there, I realised that, but I'm a young man, and when a challenge comes up to me, I'm going to take it with both hands, you know. But looking back now, I realise when I got in there, maybe my body was burnt out, because I've never felt like that in a fight. Just, you know, I weren't performing on all cylinders, a bit lagging. So, yeah, I do think it had an effect by having them two 12-round fights.
Let's talk about this fight then. How are you feeling coming into this fight? Have you had the full 12-week camp that fighters go through? Do you feel a lot better, a lot more refreshed in 2020?
Yeah, I feel loads better. I had a nice little rest, started to nurse some injuries. I had a few hand injuries, so, you know, rested them up, had a good Christmas, had a nice bit of chill out time. Always keep myself fit anyway. So, yeah, ready for this fight. As soon as this fight got announced, you know, I was already in training, so it's all good.
You've obviously come from a kickboxing sort of background. You're still very, very young in your professional sort of career. British champion, you're fighting on ITV, BT Sport. Just talk to me about this small professional career that you've had in boxing, but the sort of stage that you've got to so quickly.
Yeah, it's mad to be fair. Obviously, I started off, I've done it the hard way, if you think about it. I started off on small hall shows. People were telling me, you ain't going to get anywhere in the boxing ring. But then I've just, you know, the only person I need to believe in me is myself and my team. And if I know I can do it, I'll do it. So I came up through the small hall ranks, and then I've just took my opportunities when they've come up, and that's why I'm here now, signed to Frank Warren with a British and Commonwealth title. So,
do you feel like when it comes to 12-round fighting, you're more accomplished than he is?
Yeah, of course, because I've been through more 12-rounders than he is. This will be his second, I think. Yeah, second. But that's what makes it such a good fight, because we've both been the distance. We both know what it's like in them championship rounds. So that's why it's gonna be such a tasty fight.
And like I said, being on ITV, you get a lot more eyes looking at you. Does that put any pressure to sort of make an entertaining fight? Sometimes, you know, if you're on a small hall show and there's not as many eyes on you, you know, you can take it a little bit easier. When I've spoken to certain opponents, they've said sometimes the pressure with TV is that, you know, you need to make it exciting, so you put on a slot again. Is that the situation with yourself?
At the end of the day, a fight's a fight.
Okay.
You ain't going to go into a fight not wanting to win or not wanting to perform just because there ain't many cameras there. A fight's a fight. If you had a fight in the street and it was just you and him, you'd want to win. You wouldn't want to get battered just because there's no one watching. So, yeah, a fight's a fight. You get in there, you do your job, you do what you've trained, you put that hard work in for. And then when there is cameras there, that's a bonus, more exposure, people can see you, you're winning.
Well, it's the first time I've spoken to you. I just want to know, like, sort of growing up, who were the sort of fighters you were looking up to, you know, at your time of fighting, you know, people like Mike Tyson or even people like Lennox Lewis. But in the way that you're in, who are the sort of fighters that you were looking up to?
My favourite fighter of all time is Johnny Tapia.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, absolute legend. I always watch his documentary, always watch it before the fight as well, because I just think what a legend he is. And he was similar sort of weight. He was like super flyweight, and then bantamweight, super bantamweight. And you just think, you just watch his story and you think, people like, he had it real hard and he still achieved, you know, he was still, exactly, he's got a great story. He still achieved what he wanted to achieve through what he'd been through. So you look at that and you think, you know, my life's easy. All I've got to do is just keep training hard, keep believing in myself, and get in there and win on the nights.
Just finally, just talk to me about the grit of being a boxer. You know, people look at you in the limelights and look at you under the cameras and think, wow, that's a glamorous lifestyle that you're living. But I think I was talking to somebody, I was speaking to Tyson Fury yesterday, and he was saying that only 95% of boxers, they have to fight to earn. 5% of boxers don't, and we're talking about the big boys like Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua. They don't have to fight to earn. They got big sponsorship deals and whatever else. But just talk to me about the nitty-gritty sort of lifestyle of a boxer.
You don't know until you're in it. Boxing's a nasty sport. It's a lot goes on behind closed doors that you don't know about. Everyone thinks, oh, you get in there, everyone loves you, you win on fight night, everyone's your mate. There's a lot of sneaky stuff that goes on in boxing, but that's just part of it. You have to go through that. It makes you mentally tougher, and yeah, you just have to go through that stuff to get where you want to be. It's part and parcel with it, innit?
Final question. I can't let you leave without you answering this question. Is big fight on Saturday night. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, rematch, Las Vegas. First time around, a lot of people saw Tyson Fury winning that fight. Obviously, it was called a draw. Talk to me about the second fight. How do you see that second fight playing out?
I still see Tyson Fury winning.
Okay.
He's made some changes in his camp as well. He's got a new trainer. But when you're fighting someone like Deontay Wilder and the heavyweights as well, you've always got to watch from that big bomb, ain't you? He ain't called the Bomb Squad for nothing, as he calls himself. And he's proven that when that lands, it don't matter whether he's losing the fights, he's down on punch. When that lands, they go, as you've seen in the Ortiz fight. So, but I'm sticking with the Brit. I'm sticking with Tyson Fury. He's got too many skills for him.
Cool. Brad, good luck on Saturday night, and no doubt we'll speak to yourself very, very soon again. Thank you very much, Brad Foster. Speak to Seconds Out. Thank you very much.